I'm here with my friend Sean. He is the sous chef at the Blackbird restaurant in Spokane, and we get to hang out in the kitchen at Second Harvest Food Bank. And this is a really cool space that they're letting us use. It's a teaching kitchen for the food bank, and so they bring in people who are patrons of the warehouse who get the food here, and they teach them how to kind of use some of the fresh produce and stuff like that. And
yeah, very cool, very cool. This whole situation is awesome. What's going on?
So what are we gonna do today?
So fries.
Fries. I see them right here, and they smell awesome.
We're gonna do a poutine. Poutine is a Canadian dish, originates from Quebec, and it's typically served with cheese curds on top and a brown gravy. So what I have here is some fries from the Blackbird.
Okay.
We actually cut our own every day.
Awesome.
And
these are frozen.
They are, yes. For the home cooks, you can use a bag of frozen fries, no big deal. You can use whatever you have at home.
So the fries at the Blackbird are super fresh.
Yes.
Because you are cutting them right there. Good old Washington grown potatoes. I love it.
We are. So we're gonna start with just some oil, and we're just gonna get some oil on these fries, and those are gonna go onto a sheet pan. We're just gonna toss them in the oven, 400 degrees. Typically about 10-15 minutes right in there.
And you're right.
Until you get a golden brown.
People at home can use frozen fries from the grocery store.
Oh, absolutely.
Like that. Yeah.
And some salt. And then we'll bake these to perfection. Good to go.
Awesome.
And into the oven.
Once our fries are in the oven, it's time to make gravy. We start making a roux by melting some butter and then adding in flour and milk.
So what's the secret to a good gravy?
Well, I think the secret to a good gravy is the consistency. You don't want it too thick, you don't want it too thin. You want the flavors, you want the flavors to be there and spot on. So we're gonna add some seasonings here to this gravy that'll flavor it up. But simplicity, I think simplicity is where it's at. A good gravy to me is salt, pepper, a couple different ingredients, and that's it, So we're gonna add those amazing ribeye steaks to it, and
holy cow!
And I think at that point we'll be well on our way to a good gravy.
Sean adds in granulated garlic and onion, a dash of pepper, and some chicken base. While we wait for the gravy to thicken, we start to prepare the ribeye steak.
So one of these ribeyes, we're going to dice and put in the gravy, and then the other ribeye we're gonna dice and put on top of the poutine when it's done.
Wow.
So we're just gonna dice this up.
Once the ribeye is diced, we start to saute it.
You don't really have to cook it that long because it's gonna go in the gravy and it's gonna end up cooking in the gravy. So as long as we get it cooked through a little bit, and all the seasonings are in the gravy, so we don't need to salt or pepper it.
When the gravy becomes thick and bubbly, we add in our cooked steak.
We basically have like ribeye two ways pretty much here.
Love it.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing.
And our fries
are done.
Oh, they look beautiful.
So at this point, we're kind of just plating.
Okay.
I'm gonna set these down here.
Before we plate, Sean shows me a chef's trick to make a green onion garnish. He slices them diagonally and puts them in ice water where they will curl up to make a spiral.
Put them in the ice water.
And then they're gonna curl up.
Yep.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Then it's time for my favorite part, preparing our plates for a taste test.
Load me up.
Ready to plate.
Good stuff. That's a good healthy portion of fries.
Some poutine and some gravy.
Oh my gosh.
And then we'll take some of this, get a garnish on there, some of the green onions, and then if you want to throw some cheese on top, that's the finished product right there. Gonna try this out.
Give it a try. A little fry, a little gravy, a little cheese. That is delicious. That's hearty. Those potatoes are great.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to go to the gym after this.
We are. We're gonna go up, do some cardio work. That is delicious. It's so creamy. And those fries are amazing. And that ribeye just adds a nice
meaty texture to it, yeah.
Good stuff. Ready to hit the gym?
Yeah, let's go.
To get the recipe for Sean's ribeye poutine, head over to wagrown.com.